Hello. I would like to talk about surrender. Surrender can mean many things, but to me, it means essentially being what is already available for us to be. I say that it's already available to us because I believe that there's a path that's already perfectly laid out for all of us. And when we go with that path, in a way we could say we're surrendering to that path, but in many ways that could be called the path of least resistance or the way of least resistance. But essentially, the path that's laid out for us is not laid out by another entity. It's laid out by us. It's it's the path that we envision for ourselves. And the fact of the matter, and the reason that it might be difficult for any one of us to surrender, quote, surrender to this, is for the reason that it takes different qualities in order to go along with that path. And the path grows us in those qualities. It grows us in courage, it grows us in strength, it grows us in perseverance, it grows us in consistency, it grows us also in levels of acceptance and levels of worthiness within ourselves. So the funniest thing is the path that is laid out for us, the path that we've created is it is in essence the path that will be the most fulfilling to any of us and all of us. And so not only does it grow us in these different values and principles or aspects that it takes from from our being in order to manifest that and to go along with it and to make the decisions associated with that path and to get the desired outcomes in order to get those desired outcomes. But also it demands of us that we realize that we are worthy of everything that we've ever dreamed. And that is probably counterintuitively the most common blockage, is that for any of us to be happy, which is our natural state of being, we we have to come to terms with the fact that we are worthy human beings. We are worthy creatures. We are worthy of everything that we desire. We are worthy of pleasure. We are worthy of living fulfillingly. For so many different reasons, there's a mindset in the culture that we live in that we should not get what we want, but we should get what we want. It's an unconscious attitude that permeates everything. That life is supposed to be anything other than easy. Life is as easy as we make it for ourselves to be. All we have to do is say what we feel, do what we feel, and give love and ask for love when we need it. Have the courage. Have the courage to be who you are, even if you're different. Have the courage to influence those around you in a positive way. Have the courage to face obstacles and to stand your ground and stand for what you believe in. If you see something that's correct, say it. Help yourself. Help yourself. Help others by helping yourself. You are naturally happy. Only do things that make you happy. Only do what makes us happy. There's nothing to learn. There's nothing to learn. It's unlearning and letting go of everything which we do because we think we deserve it. And so many habits and actions are based out of some infliction of harm towards our own being. So it's about unlearning and releasing these patterns that exist within us. First by identifying them. First just by getting a little taste. A little taste. We quench something. We taste something beautiful, and then we know that there's a better way to live other than the way we're living. That happens first. That happens at whatever age that we have some sort of awakening or an experience that we can't understand. We call it a mystical experience. We call it a spiritual experience. We have that, and it whets our appetite. That's the expression I'm looking for. So it makes us realize there is something. Hello.
Hi, sorry.
Don't be sorry. You want to say hi to the camera?
Hi, Cameron.
This is Eileen.
Looking for my wallet.
Dang, you guys are just losing all your wallets. Oh, your mom found her wallet?
Yes.
Good. Eileen,
Yes.
I'm talking into the camera about surrender. How do you say surrender in Spanish?
Rendirse.
¿Cómo?
Rendirse.
Rendirse. Rendirse. Y también la definición religioso
Ajá.
es el mismo. Rendirse. So, riéndome, me riendo,
No, rindiéndome.
rindiéndome.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Adiós. Adiós, Eileen. Rendirse, surrender. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Everything is one thing. Everything comes from the same source. Everything is energy changing form. The way that I know that this is perfect is because I cannot move a step forward until I look at where I'm standing now. Literally, the future is built from the present. The future doesn't exist. The future is the present taking a different form. We have to use what's available to us in order to create what we want to create. Creation doesn't occur, only transformation. Let's say you have a vision. Any of us have a vision. We can see what we want. I am going to turn, you are going to turn, we are going to turn our vision, something immaterial, into something physical. It's going to be the transformation because the energy exists within us first. Then it turns into actions, it turns into words, it turns into expression. Those words, those expressions, those actions translate and instigate and stimulate different aspects of an outer reality that instigate and provoke that vision coming into a form that we can see outside of ourselves. But it started here. It's not that it started here and it happened out here. It slowly it slowly transferred from inside of us to outside of us. And then it just is in a form that we can recognize outside of ourselves. Everything is the transformation of energy. if you understand that principle, you don't have to believe in the secret. If you know that everything just changes form, right? You can have an unhappy house, move the furniture around, clean everything, and do push-ups, eat good food, and you literally just take the ingredients out of the refrigerator and put it in the pan and cook it, eat it. You feel differently. You took everything that was available here, you rearranged it, and then it produced a different outcome. You only have what you have to work with. We only have what we have to work with in order to create what we want to create. So we have to ask ourselves, what do we want to create, and what do we have that's available to us? Everything that appears to be anything but pleasant in our lives is a blessing. This is not just about shifting an attitude. This is about how can you transform anything that's around us into what we see inside of ourselves, for ourselves, and for the people around us. How can we utilize what is around us in order, how can we rearrange these puzzle pieces in order to make what we want? You need a vision. Vision is the most important. If you can see it, it can be done. If you can see it, if you can feel it, if you can sense it within yourself, it's just going to get easier and easier and easier. And the more you take joy in creating, creating is an orgasmic experience. When you begin to enjoy what you create, you will become a master manifester, a master creator, because you take joy in it. It feels good just to create. You don't need to go make love to your partner 5 times a day, even though you should. You can just sit down and write a thought, and it feels ecstatic just writing down your thought, because all you did is you used your mind to tell your hand to write this down. You used your mind to create something outside of yourself. If you see it, make it. If you feel it, if you can hear it, if it's happening within you somewhere, wherever it is, do it. Make it happen. You are giving birth. We are giving birth. That's what life is. We are giving birth. I'm giving birth to a lecture right now. I'm giving birth to ideas. This is painful. It's ecstatic. It's beautiful. It makes me grow. It expedites my aging, my understanding, my evolution, my ability to connect.